You know that line from 1984, Big Brother is watching you? Oh, it's true in more ways than one. Like, for example, if you happen to own a hunt camp out in the hinterland, well, apparently the taxman wants his piece of the pie too, and he'll go to elaborate lengths in order to get it. The Landowner magazine has a very interesting tale about government agencies going on the hunt for hunt camps, that is. As writer Joanne Cooney notes, a hunt camp can be anything from a small shed to an insulated building, but hunt camps are certainly not homes. There's no civic address, no postal delivery, there's no garbage pickup, and generally no hydro or maintained road. Yet, incredibly, the authorities are employing new technology to find out where such structures exist. Why? Well, it's all about shaking down property owners for building permits and supplementary tax bills, even though in some cases we could be talking about a glorified outhouse in the middle of nowhere. Just consider the bizarre case of the McNab family, which purchased a 300-acre farm in Mississippi Mills, Ontario in 2007. As Cooney notes in her story, the local councillor for the McNabs reportedly told them they could build a hunt camp on this rural property because the primary use of the land is for hunting. But in 2016, the McNabs allegedly received a registered letter from the town's chief building official. The letter stated that it had recently come to the municipality's attention that a hunt camp had been built on their property, and for failing to apply for a permit some 9 years earlier, this may result in a fine of $500 per day. Now, here's where things get really interesting. In their ongoing tussle with the township, the McNabs learned that their hunt camp had been discovered via the use of Google Earth imaging. Furthermore, the chief building official made it clear that all hunt camps were being investigated via Google Earth, and the owners of these structures would be required to retroactively obtain building permits. So it would appear that government agencies are spying on citizens so that their coffers can be enriched, all the while hoping we won't catch on to this abuse of authority. Indeed, I reached out to Tom Black, president of the Ontario Landowners Association. He notes that Section 8 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees that everyone has the right to be secure against unreasonable search or seizure. Specifically, he also points to Section 26 of the Charter, which states the guarantee in this Charter of certain rights and freedoms shall not be construed as denying the existence of any other rights or freedoms that exist in Canada. Translation, well, according to Black, this section notes that common law rights are indeed to be respected. But the McNab saga continues to drag on. Last October, the McNabs received a supplementary property tax bill for almost $7,000 for their hunt camp. Even worse, according to the report, the township completely screwed up the assessment, erroneously determining that the tiny hunt camp was a two-story, 3,100 square foot structure festooned with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. To add insult to injury, the only way to untangle this snafu was to pay the erroneous bill and then allow authorities to come onto the property to inspect the hunt camp, at which point the McNabs could formally challenge the assessment, and then, if their challenge proved successful, they'd receive a credit on a future property tax bill. And this is where the McNabs are today, mired in bureaucratic red tape, thanks to our tax dollars being squandered by government agencies illicitly spying on our private property. In summary, 2 things come to mind. Next time the Charter of Rights and Freedoms is formally tinkered with, how about the inclusion of private property rights? And secondly, if Big Brother is truly into conducting whiz-bang surveillance, how about using such techniques to keep tabs on all those returning ISIS fighters to Canada, when they're not preoccupied with their poetry reading sessions? Oh, wait, what am I saying? Those suggestions aren't going to fly, not in this current political climate, which seems to dine out on penalizing the makers in order to give to the takers. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, if you like that commentary, please consider becoming a Rebel Premium subscriber and never miss another Rebel video.